And from the box came the blood of an alcoholic. Welcome to That's Good Broncos. I'm Brandon. I definitely won't make the 53-man roster perna. And tonight, Kyle Sloter, QB extraordinaire, got the Aqib Talib seal of approval, which is hard to get. One day, Aqib will hug me, and he will say, "It was the best hug I have ever had." The Broncos won this game 30-2, which I don't blame Arizona. They had to play in their 5th preseason game. They didn't want to be there. It looked like they didn't want to be there. Congratulations, Arizona. Get home, get some rest, and whatever. That's good, Broncos. If you want to make managing your multiple fantasy teams easier, download the Squad QL app for free. They are an official sponsor of this channel, so there's a link in the description. I just started using this app, and I will continue to use it to manage my fantasy teams on different websites. That's right, I have some on ESPN and some on Yahoo, which is a pain in my arse when life gets busy mid-season. The coolest feature is the Optimize Lineup button. One click, and it sets the lineup for you. So check it out if you like cool, free shit. Now the best way to describe tonight's game is with a quote from Proverbs. Josiah said, "If your dick is as thick as a cucumber, there's no need to be a farmer." I think it's pretty clear how that metaphor applies to this game specifically. QB Slaughterhouse 5 started out bad. He did not look good to start this game. And I was willing to write him off, like eating dinner at Casa Bonita. On his first series, he was sacked for a safety. It was really his worst play of the preseason thus far. He literally ran into the end zone himself after holding on to the football for like an hour, while Donald Stevenson got badly beat by a reserve pass rusher. Running back D'Angelo Henderson, you know he's my favorite, he did a successful tumble during the game. Impressive. If you're 5 years old, D'Angelo, you gotta stick the landing, son. This is the National Football League, not a roll on the padded floor while teacher says good job league. The first big play of the game was a bootleg pass to Jeff Hireman. It looked exactly like Kubiak's wet dreams, and McManus split the gooch from 52 yards at the end of the first quarter, and the Broncos went up 3-2, like a fucking soccer game. 3-2, but it's preseason, right? The only thing I've noticed this preseason is that the Broncos' punt and kick coverage units have given up quite a few big returns. I will say I think it's probably because a lot of different guys are getting tested on those units, but it's something I'll be aware of once the season starts with the most animated coach on earth, Brock Olivo. But if you watch a lot of preseason football, there are plenty of special teams coverage units that look like shit, but get shored up once the regular season starts. So I'm gonna assume that's what's gonna happen for the Broncos. Once they have the starting lineup, the guys they'll have playing on those coverage units will be good. But if they're not, if there is struggle, then you can look back to Kayvon Webster, probably Juwan Thompson, maybe Cody Latimer, all special teams contributors and guys who might not be on the team this season. Kyle Sloter was sacked again, nearly for another safety. Again, he held onto the ball way too long. And again, Donald Stevenson's man was the first guy to get to Kyle. I was about to give up on Sloter. I was this close. But then he gained 60 yards on back-to-back plays. A solid throw to Jordan Taylor, who yacked it up with a nice run after the catch, and then a 30-yard completion on the run, rolling to his left side, hitting Nash down the sideline. That drive was 98 yards on 6 plays and ended with back-to-back runs by Stevan Ridley. I know I've been talking about how bad Donald Stevenson looked, but on Ridley's run, he got some great blocking that got him down to the goal line. So that was an exciting drive. Some say even more impressive than Elway's 98-yard drive in Cleveland in the playoffs. I don't know who said that shit, but somebody I think did. The Cards tried to rebuttal with their 2-minute offense because the half was winding down. but a terrible throw led to a DeMonte Thomas Talibing, whoever the fuck was playing QB for the Cardinals at that time. He took it to the house, a pick six, and I can say DeMonte looked faster than every single Cardinal offensive player when he returned that ball for a touchdown. Now, if you want to know why the Broncos drafted Brendan Langley, just let me show you. I think 27, the number 27 might suit him well. Slaughter did a good job getting the offense in scoring position right before the half ended with very little time on the clock. McManus smacked another little goocher, and Denver had a 20-2 lead at half. At that point, I was pretty much done watching the game. I was like, I don't need to watch any more of this. I think Kyle Slaughter does have the skills to be an NFL quarterback. He throws the ball well. If he gets reps and learns how to get rid of the ball quickly, he could become very good. Langley and Carter both made some plays, and that's all I wanted to see. So, moving on to the fourth quarter, Slaughter. This episode may be the most times I ever say Kyle Slaughter's name. Slaughter. He threw a touchdown pass in the fourth quarter when all Arizona wanted to do was get on a plane and get the hell out of Denver. Now, during the game, up in the broadcast booth, they were talking to Joe Ellis, and he mentioned that the Patriots, or somebody mentioned that the Patriots just bought 2 airplanes to travel the team around. And Ellis said they would like to do something like that, but basically it was like, but we can't afford it because we're not the Patriots. Bullshit, you could buy a couple planes, Joe. Are you kidding me? And then he said that it's getting harder and harder to charter planes for football teams because airlines don't want to do it because it costs too much money. Look at all these fucking rich people problems. Makes me sick. Get used to coach just like the rest of us. Can you imagine the Von Miller writing in coach after he wins Super Bowl MVP? Again, because they're going to. I'll be very curious to see who they keep on the offensive line. I don't think Donald Stevenson has ever shown enough to warrant a spot on this team. But they restructured his contract a couple weeks ago, which means they will probably keep him. Because they fucked up when they signed him with a bad contract, which drives me a little bit nuts because I think it's hard to justify keeping a guy who continues to underperform when you're considering cutting a guy in TJ Ward. Make sure to watch the TJ Ward video I posted today, who performs well, who has another year on his contract, and for all that I can see and predict, will have another good season, much better than Donald Stevenson. I know they're different positions, different sides of the ball, you've got different depth numbers, but I will have a hard time justifying why Stevenson is on the team and TJ Ward isn't. Juwan Thompson looked good tonight, my man, hammer pound. You know I love me some hammer pound, but I don't think the Broncos are going to get to keep him. They have too many options at running back right now. But if hammer pound goes, I do hope he lands on a good team, possibly a contender like the Green Bay Packers, because I think they need running backs there. At least they did last year. If he goes to New England, if he goes to the Patriots, then his nickname is no longer Hammer Pound. It becomes Hammer Pussy, because that actually sounds cool. Pound Pussy? No. He'll just be Thompson. Even if you go to New England, Thompson, I won't root for you, but go to Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, call up Thompson and just give him some money. I did see these guys hanging out on the sideline. Never mind that Gotsis ruined my picture with his giant bald head. But feel free to caption this photo for me in the comments. The most liked comment wins nothing. Just thought it was a cute pic. Might be the last one of TJ Ward in the Broncos fucking uniform. Suck it up and be a man. Remember, you can support this channel on Patreon. I need to buy more box wine, so give me some of your hard-earned money with a kind monthly donation. Patreon.com/ThatsGoodSports. If I can be 100% fan-funded soon, the sooner the better, really. I'll keep doing this. Thanks for watching another episode of That's Good Broncos. Make sure you subscribe here. If you're already subscribed on YouTube, click that little bell button so you get notifications. And don't forget, I have a second channel, That's Good Broncos. Make sure you sub there because I will be putting important videos up on that channel during the season.